Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I think that's what day it is. We're at least going to go with that. I always feel like Thursday evening, it's like tomorrow, or like today is Friday, like we're done for the week. I usually don't have stamp events on Friday, except for I now have my online card class on Friday. But I'm just a few months in on that, so it's not routine yet. And, or at least ingrained in my head. And Claire's done with school on Thursday, so it just kind of feels like Thursday is like the last day of the week. But here we are. It's Friday. I have a lot to get done today, and Alex apparently knew that as he wanted to start the day really early. So yeah, I feel like I'm totally dragging through the day now, but I'm super excited to share with you guys these two Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day. So let me know in the comments if you have ever heard of Galentine's Day. It is like as with anything, like a fake holiday or whatever, where you can hang out with your girlfriends on the day before Valentine's Day and just, it's just another excuse to gather together and have fun with your friends. So they then named it Galentine's Day. So I actually used the Sweet Conversations stamp set, the coordinating dies, and the Sweet Talk designer series paper. So you'll see the paper in a couple of the different spots on these cards. And then for the Galentines, I actually, I got the idea from Stampin' Up's amazing Shelly, or not Shelly. Shelly is still amazing, but her daughter, Sarah, Sarah Gardner, and she was the one who did Galentine's Day with the Happy Valentine's Day, and then took the G from Hug Me and made it Happy Galentine's Day. So that was super cute. So here are two different card options. I'm going to show you one, each of them. We're going to create one of each, and then hopefully that gives you some inspiration for your Valentine's Day or upcoming, we'll just say the upcoming holiday. Let's see, I think I can kind of put those there and you can still see them. So with this one, I actually started with Petal Pink as my card base. And I'm just going to fold that in half. And then I have some Highland Heather. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super loving purple for Valentine's Day. Like, it's bright and fast. B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, it's totally not picking it up there, but I think you might be able to hear me now. Hopefully you can hear me now. Sorry for the technical difficulties this morning. I should have known I'm too tired to get it, like to nail it right on. Is there sound now, maybe? I hope so. Okay, hold on. I think I might have fixed it. And I will try this. So hopefully this works now. Hopefully you can hear me now. So hopefully this works now. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me now. Okay. I think it should work now, and hopefully I'm not too loud now. Sorry about that. I guess we'll just have to watch the captions for the first part of this video. And then hopefully it works for the second half of the video. So I actually did do a smaller than normal piece for the inside because I wanted both of my white pieces to match. I didn't want there to be like one that was a 1/4 inch more and one that was a 1/4 inch less for the inside and the outside. So I just made them the same so that there was like no confusion with that. All good now. Yay! Huh. We nailed it. Okay, so now we're just going to decorate the front, and I left all of my hearts over there, so I am going to have to go over there. Well, this is just a crazy morning then. Okay, so I have my hearts punched out. So from the die set, there are 3 different hearts. There's like a traditional, like normal, wide one. And then this one is a little bit like more like narrow, long and skinny. And then this one is like small and squatty, like squished and more fat. And I just have little like Post-it note flags on them to help hold them in place whenever I run them through the die cutting. So I'm going to pick a big red one and a small purple one. And I'm going to do the big red one flat to my card. And the purple one I'm going to do on dimensionals. Does anybody have any exciting plans for the weekend? We are celebrating my mother-in-law's birthday tomorrow, which somehow Claire woke up and wasn't like super, super excited about it, as she has been the last couple of days. So it's actually her birthday today, and this was like the first day that Claire didn't wake up and say, 2 more days, 3 more days. So yeah. So I'm just adding some hearts all around. These I also die cut from the set of dies. It actually will die cut like 13 hearts all at once if you run them all through. So it really makes this card, while I did do a lot of hearts, it actually makes it a little bit easier because you get so many of them. And then I just stuck all the little ones on some mini glue dots. And then that kind of makes like your own little stickers. Cute. Okay, and then we're going to add some gold pearls, wherever those went. Seriously? I'm not sure where my gold pearls ran off to. But you can see I just added them around. I actually added 5. I know that's a lot. But I just felt like they needed to like fill in and look fabulous. So little gold pearls to go with the gold. You could always add happy anniversary or anything like that to this if you didn't need a Valentine's Day card, but still wanted to use this one. So that's always another option. A foot of snow. Oh. Well, we ended up like it was snowing very lightly this morning, so I don't even know what's going on with our weather anymore. It's too crazy to predict. And then like Brad woke up and he's like, winter weather advisory. I didn't see that on my weather app, but he also doesn't like my weather app and says that it doesn't do anything accurately. So I don't know. But yeah, it was totally like flurrying and stuff. Okay, so for this one, I actually used the thick. Whenever I do a card base in white or vanilla, I always like to use the thick cardstock only because I feel like it holds up a little bit better. And if I stamp directly on this, I don't have to worry about like if I did Stampin' blends, then the markers sometimes bleed through, but it doesn't bleed through on the thick because it's, you know, nice and thick. And then I took another piece of the white and I embossed it. This is one of the new embossing folders. And I want to say it's called, it's not Zigzag. I am totally not on my game. I don't remember the name of it. So if you really want the name of it, then let me know in the comments. And I will link it for you after I'm done with this. I get every morning the same phone call from approximately the same number, but the last 4 numbers vary every time. I never answer it, but give it up, spammer. Leave me alone. But anyway, this is just a 1/4 inch less. Yeah, definitely the perfect weekend to lay low, Laura, so that you can get your rest and stay cozy from a foot of snow, because that's no fun. But yeah, my mother-in-law's birthday is today, so I'm making a cake today, and we'll be celebrating that tomorrow with her. And then this is some more of the designer series paper. It's this fabulous stripe. And then the back side has these hearts. And when I did this class yesterday, I actually had one of the girls did one going one way and one going the other way. So that was super, super cute. And another like alternative to this card is to do one with the hearts and one with the stripes. But I did both of mine with the stripes. And then I just took some of the designer paper. So this sheet has love you or love in a lot of different languages on one side with that purple. And the back side is a whole bunch of conversation hearts. And the cool thing is the dies actually match these hearts. You could also fussy cut too. But you'll see like this one is the hug me. And this is why I have those little post-it notes on there to help secure them as I die cut them. Text me and love you. How cute is that? So I die cut out the ones that I wanted and added those to the label. So let's see, we'll do love you. Oh, so these two are like identical, but these are different. So I think I'm actually going to use like one of these and one of these so that I have different ones. And we're going to do love you and you're cute. Ah. So I added those on with dimensionals. I did a lot of dimensionals on this card. I mean, I'm sure you guys aren't super surprised about that because, well, I do a lot of dimensionals on every card. So the hearts get dimensionals, and my little labels or tags also get dimensionals. And something tells me that my ribbon is not over here. I'm really struggling today, apparently. I see it. It's over there. Hold on again. Jeez. I am a mess this morning. Hopefully this is not a sign for how the cake is going to go, because I actually have not made this cake before or this icing, and I'm a little nervous. Like, not like actually nervous, but like kind of like not super confident. I'll say that. And since it's for an actual occasion tomorrow, then like kind of ups the game a little bit. But my mother-in-law, hopefully she doesn't watch this, or at least doesn't watch this before tomorrow. She posted on Facebook that she really likes this, certain cake and icing, and it brings back memories of her mom. And so that's the one that I'm making. So I'm folding my ribbon in half and then going from the front to the back with that crease. And then opening up that loop and sticking the ribbon through. And then you just kind of pull tight and see how it kind of adds that that little tag look. It's all white, so it's kind of hard to see. But rather than like tying a knot or something, then that's how you do it. I love crinkle seam binding, except the fact that it is so gosh darn staticky, it's ridiculous. I have even sprayed static guard on it, and it really doesn't help. So if you were thinking, oh, I'll just spray static guard. I mean, like, it does a little, but like you have to spray like a half a can on every single little bitty piece. Okay, so this little guy is going to be rotated there, and this little guy is going to be rotated there. I'm going to trim him because he's up over the card a little. So if you're just jumping on, let me know. Have you guys ever heard of Galentine's Day? The tag is from the die set. So the die set that goes with the Sweet Conversations bundle has like all these hearts, the little hearts that are in the last card. So there's the big hearts, the little hearts. It also has the hearts that do this, and then the tag. So the tag is all in that same set. Okay, so then I have a piece of Blushing Bride and my Real Red. Ooh, I probably should clean this off since I did it with Highland Heather before. So I'm going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day. And then I'm going to take the Hug Me. So now that I did that, I'm going to snip it here and get the G from there. And then on this end, I'm just going to do up in the middle and then from the corner to that center cut. To get my little banner tips. You could always use the punch, but I'll be honest, with a little skinny piece like that, sometimes it's easier to just cut the banner tips yourself with that trick. That's how I find they're not like super off, is to cut in the middle and then go to that center, from the corner to that center cut. Okay, so now we're gonna take the Hug Me, ink it up, and stamp it onto a piece of that same Blushing Bride. And then now we're just going to cut the G out. So it's all straight cuts. Trim, 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 and trim. Now I will say this is probably the hardest part. You can use fine tip glue pen, but you can also use a little mini glue dot. And stick the G right over top of the V. And you have Happy Galentine's Day. And then I also took some of these gorgeous pearls. And my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm just going to add a few all around. You could also add more of the hearts from that last card and sort of decorate it like that. And then on the inside, you can always stamp that Hug Me all over again. Super, super cute. So this one says, text me and hug me. And then this one says, love me or love you and you're cute. I don't know if that one's really the best for Galentine's Day, but that's okay. I'll probably send it to my niece or something like that. Hi, Peggy. Oh no, it's freezing on you again? That's so weird that you are always having it freeze. Here is the other card. So we have our Valentine's Day and our Galentine's Day. So I hope this inspired you to create some cards for the upcoming holiday, as I feel like it will be here before we know it. And the fact that it's on a Monday, then I feel like it's really like February 7th or 10th, because then it's the weekend and then boom, it's here. So yeah, I'm super excited. I hope to actually start sending out Valentine's Day. It's almost like I'm going to use my Happy Mail as Valentine's Day stuff to be able to do that. So we'll just see how that goes as when it gets sent out. As long as it's sent out before the 14th, I feel like I'm golden, right? Anyway, I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. I did leave links in the description box for this bundle, as well as the February online card class, which is Heart and Home. I have all the details out for that, and you can start purchasing the kits for that. I hope to start getting those mailed out maybe this afternoon. Otherwise, on Monday, they will go out in the mail, and you will have them very soon. So definitely make sure that you sign up for that card kit to get that in the mail and stamp right along with me online here on February 11th. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys. Stay safe and stay healthy. Have a great weekend.